Recording has been started.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This is the fire weather briefing for September 18th. My name's Dana. I'm in Seattle, and we've got Kelly over in Spokane this morning. Disclosure, this meeting is being recorded. By joining and participating in this session, consent is being given to the recording. Please keep cameras off per NOAA Privacy Act statement. All right, so taking a look at the current satellite imagery, we got a dry upper level trough that's right along the coastline this morning, and that'll be coming through western Washington today with no real effect on our weather other than a little bit of increasing onshore flow. Later today, it'll keep temperatures down a bit, down around near normal, which we haven't had for the last few days. What's going on over there in eastern Washington, Kelly?
Yeah, similar. No real changes for today. We're going to be looking into the weekend as this next trough and cold front moves through the area.
All right, moving on to the hazards. Nothing hazard-wise here in western Washington. We do have a chance for wetting rains over the weekend, mainly later Saturday into Sunday for the coast and the North and Central Cascades. And we'll look at a graphic about that later in the presentation. For the east side, Kelly?
Yeah, for the east side into eastern Washington, North Idaho, looking warm and dry for today and tomorrow. And as we go into the weekend, looking for elevated fire conditions for warm, dry, and breezy conditions both Saturday and Sunday. We will be looking into a cooling trend after Sunday, and the potential for also elevated fire potential on Wednesday. However, there's a lot of uncertainty going into Wednesday at this time. And just circling back for Saturday to Sunday, there will be chances for light showery precip, mainly in the mountain areas. Nothing too significant, however, for rainfall.
All right. And here's a look at the hazards. Nothing going on here in the west side. For the east side, Kelly?
Yeah, and this is mainly highlighting for our Saturday and Sunday areas. And the main concerns there are going to be winds in the wind gusts of 20 to 25 miles an hour on Saturday, and that will increase to 30, potentially even into the 35 mile an hour zone on Sunday, along with relative humidities in the 20s. And also just a small area of Okanagan Valley for Monday. Looks really marginal right now, but it does look like we could have gusts in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range with mid-20s relative humidity values.
All right, and I'll let you talk about the hot, dry, windy index as well.
Right, and highlighted here is just showing the Moses Lake area. You can see getting into the 90 to 95th percentile for the weekend. So that's day 2 and day 3. That will be our day 3 and day 4 for Saturday, Sunday. And just showing that, compared as we are getting closer, these becoming more clustered in that 75th to 95th percentile. So our confidence is kind of increasing that we'll have elevated conditions for the weekend.
All righty, and taking a look at the hazards map, we don't have any hazards in effect right now. Moving on to the weather, here for the west side, not much to talk about with temperatures near normal. We do want to look at the chance for wetting rains over the weekend. You can see here, this is for Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then Sunday morning into Sunday night. You can see right now it looks like the period with the heaviest precipitation is going to be that Saturday night, Sunday morning time frame, with up to about 90% chance of wetting rains on the north coast and in the 60s, maybe low 70s for the North Cascades, dropping down into the 30-40% range for the Central Cascades. And on the east side, let's talk about the winds here over the weekend. Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. So what we really wanted to point out here, this is our winds for on Saturday. You can see we have a southwest to westerly wind, and much of the area in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range for gusts. And then similar on Sunday. You'll see a continuing in that west to southwesterly flow. But now we were increasing into, that 25 to 35 mile per hour range. And there's about a 60% chance in that more light yellow area where those higher wind gusts are, 60% chance of exceeding that 30 mile an hour threshold.
All right, with the winds, let's look at the RHs on the east side as well, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. And this will be where our concern will be combined with those gusty winds, as we have low to mid 20% for the relative humidity is expected. And now going into Sunday, we'll have a little bit of an increase there from both the precipitation around. Also, temperatures will be a little bit cooler, but we are still on the dry side, that mid to upper 20s into the 30s, and even a couple of 40 areas. But it'll be in that 25 to 35 relative humidity area that will be our concern.
All right, and taking a look at the precipitation amounts forecasts, and we'll go here to day 3. You can see for the west side here, looking for the heaviest precipitation amounts on the west slopes of the Olympics, with also some possible 1-inch amounts up in the North Cascades, and less as you go farther south in the Cascades. And taking a look at the trends, we've been on the west side here. We've been looking at Marble Mount the last couple days. And you can see we get a little bit of a warm up tomorrow with some brief ridging, then cooling off over the weekend with the rain. But you can also see the minimum relative humidity values do stay up, dropping a little bit tomorrow, but staying well above critical thresholds. And then as we get the precipitation over the weekend, they're much higher. And at the Fire Training Academy, a little further south, same scenario. You can see a warmer day tomorrow, but temperatures still just a little bit above normal, and the minimum relative humidity value staying well below critical thresholds for the next week. Going over to the east side, we'll look at Douglas first. Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. And again, for Douglas, we're looking at consistent warm temperatures here as we go into Saturday, cooling as we get toward the end of the weekend and into early Monday, and warming back up as we head into late next week. Something to know with the relative humidities, those minimum values are continue to fall as we get into the weekend. So we're looking at 22, right around that 20% mark. But our overnight recoveries are in the good category, up to about 70%. And just to note, you can see the wind speeds pretty obviously here popping up there late Saturday, and especially on that Sunday afternoon time frame.
All right, let's go to Maggie Peak.
And similar here with Maggie Peak, see the temperatures staying consistent as we move into the weekend, falling, and then increasing again as we start middle of next week. The relative humidity minimums are a little bit better here, holding in the mid 30s and recovering into the 50s to 60s. And the main concern again will be that combination of with the wind that is increasing Saturday as we go into Sunday.
All right, and then just a quick look at the extended outlook. This was issued yesterday, but you can see we're starting to trend more toward a fall pattern here on the west side with below normal temps, and at least the trend for above normal precipitation, we'll see if that works out. The models have been having a bit of trouble on where the ridge and trough positions are going to be, and we've actually been getting less precip than the extended models have been showing. So we'll see if the above normal precip comes about. And it looks like pretty much the same story on the east side, Kelly.
Yep, same story. And I think that the main deal is there's a lot of uncertainty getting past, middle of next week. So we'll see kind of what comes from that. But again, a little bit slightly above normal for eastern Washington, North Idaho, and near to slightly below normal on the temperature outlook.
All right, that'll do it for today. There's our QR code for the briefing, and you can also go to weather.gov/OTX/fire dashboard to find the briefing as well later today. And with that, we are going to end the briefing.